Hey guys, it's slipcovers Steve, and I'm coming at you with a very controversial topic, and I'm talking about what I think are the worst Vinegar Syndrome releases of all time. And you probably are going to disagree because, again, you're not an expert like me, you're just some schlum watching this. And let's just cut right to the chase, okay? This is one of the most disappointing releases in a very long time, and I'm talking about Prophecy. Yes. Yes, is it a good way to try and catch a Christian chick? Yeah. And I like to do that. They play a little hard to get. They say like, hey Steve, I'll fool around a little bit, I'll give you a kiss, but like, I'm not gonna have sex with you. I'm saving myself for marriage. And you go, oh, that's okay. And just like that, every time, they lie. And before you know it, by the end of the night, they're yours. You're having sex with them. And then they think they're still going to marry you. Like, oh, I had sex. I broke sex. But I'm going to marry this guy. And then you never talk to them again. It is one of the biggest thrills in all of existence. But again, I can't stand these Christian movies. They're great for like date fodder, but they're terrible to watch. I love Zachary Levi, but he's in a ton of that crap, and they're just snooze fests. But I hate this kind of stuff. And these movies in particular, I tried watching the first one, and it just felt like, I was in a room and like a boring preacher was there, and like he was trying to preach to me and like tell me about like all this Bible crap. And I don't want any of that. It's just like, don't try and sell me on what I believe and don't believe. I don't want to get into like, religion and politics, but by God, come on. Leave it out of movies. Just like keep it in church. These movies should only be seen in church. But yeah, that one sucks. But the next one, again, I'd heard positive things about this movie, and that is this one. This was it, Deadly Games. Yeah, everyone's just like, Steve, it's like a mature R-rated Home Alone movie. And when I heard that, I was just like, you know, I'm a pretty big fan of Home Alone 5 with Malcolm McDowell, and I said, you know what? I'll check this out. I like that. That sounds like a good concept for a movie. And 2 seconds in, it's in French. Is there anything worse than dealing with foreign movies, especially when it's the French? French people don't even like Americans. They like to act like they're better than us. They've got this pretentious garbage attitude. And the best part is these guys are like, they're like a third world country. Like, they don't even know what it's like to live the luxurious life of an American. Like, I don't even think they like know how to wipe their butts, you know? They like, I don't even think they know what showers are. Like, they're dirty, gross people. And I'm sorry if you're French and you're insulted. Maybe you are a clean person in your community, but go and do a sniff. I bet 90% of the people that you have to interact with smell like poop. It's just a fact. That's how these third world countries are. So 5 minutes in, I chucked this out of the player. Obviously, I'm keeping it because the slip is worth money. For whatever reason, people like to act like this movie's good, but it is an absolute garbage fest. Waste of your time. Don't watch it. I hate watching movies like where you have to like read along. Again, if I'm gonna read, I'd read a book, and I would never read a book. So don't even bother. This last one, again, people always say like this is a Vinegar Syndrome essential movie. And to those people, I say, what planetoid are you from? And that's Spookies. Yes, of course. I have the slip. I have the alternate slip. I have that junky, like, fake slip, too. Like, that just came out with, like, the gold thing on the side. Like, this movie's unwatchable. It's not, like, I don't know. Like, I was drunk, and, like, I got 15 minutes in, and I had no idea what was going on. People are like, oh, you gotta watch, like, you gotta watch that documentary. Like, it's a feature-length documentary. It's really good. And I laughed in their face, and they said, what's up, Steve? And I go, I would never watch a special feature in my life. Like, people keep telling me, like, this is good. Like, I need to see this. I don't need to see this. This is like Z tier crap. And that's when I learned fast and hard that Vinegar Syndrome doesn't really put out good movies. Like these 3 movies I just told you about, straight trash. Like, and I feel like I could have honestly put any 3 movies in this lineup and said it's some of the worst releases they ever had, and it wouldn't make a difference. Vinegar Syndrome is not something you buy because you are anticipating it to be a good movie. You buy because you're anticipating it to be something that's going to accumulate a ton of wealth. And I can tell you, these spooky fans, they've got deep pockets. I've got this, I've got the pins, I've got the shirts. I have the whole kit and caboodle. And if you missed out, you missed out. I feel bad for you. You know, I'm going to be living the high life when a Spookies fan knocks on my door in 3 to 5 years and offers me 30 grand. But you aren't going to have that privilege. You know, you're probably just watching this, shaking your head, shaking your fist and going, this clown, this skid mark Steve with his stupid hat. And again, if you talk crap on the hat or the shades, you know nothing about experts. This is what we all wear. And you should just be ashamed and embarrassed because it just shows how little you know of our culture. But anyways, guys, comment down below. What do you think the worst Vinegar Syndrome releases are? Do you agree with my list? You know? And hey, while you're at it, like this video and make sure you subscribe. And hey, until next time, keep slipping.